I have to have a conversation with myself. Like, don't feel bad. You're stressing yourself out. It's okay. Choose you. It's not selfish, especially when you still do for other people.
Three little birds sat on my window, and they told me I don't need to worry. Maybe sometimes we've got it wrong, but it's alright. You're gonna find yourself somewhere, somehow.
Hey guys, and welcome back to The Search. It's Dee Narelle here, and if you cannot tell by my setup, this is going to be a talking video. The next few may be. Um, we'll see where life takes me and my motivation and inspiration to film things. But for this one, oh, and before I start, don't you guys like my new couch? Actually, not a new couch. We have a couch set in the den and a couch set in the living room. I'm always in the den. When people visit, we usually congregate in the den, so I just moved the older couches into the den and put newer couches out in the living room. So a little bit of a different setup here than the last video you guys may have seen me on a couch. But anyways, this week's video, I wanted to talk about burnout. And I'm just going to ask, who's burnt out? Because when I did a transition from working a job at home with customer service and people yelling at me for stuff that is not my fault, it's actually your fault, and I'm trying to help you, that really burned me out. And I knew that you could get burnout from work, but when I started talking to my therapist for career counseling, I actually learned that your family can burn you out as well. And with this new job, I've mentioned in other videos, is not a place I plan on being for a super, super long period of time. I do feel burnout coming on from this job, and that could just potentially be because I don't want to be there, even though I know the benefit of it's good pay, it's building my savings account. But I honestly don't think that these last 6 months or so, or however long it's been since I've been able to be continuous with posting YouTube videos on a regular basis, I don't think that I've yet gotten over burnout. Um, and that don't think that that's a bad thing. It's just coming to the realization of it, of not realizing that I was burned out. Talking to my therapist when I was talking about things about family dynamics compared to work, I guess I was missing the part that your family can contribute to burnout. Don't get me wrong, love my family. Wouldn't change how many siblings I got, how many parents. I wouldn't change anything. It's just some things that you don't vocalize or you just get tired of doing or want a break. Same thing as work. It's just sometimes you just need a vacation and a break to be like, still love you guys, but I need to do my own thing for a minute. Um, One of the things that me and my dad talk about a lot is he's the oldest of his people and I'm the oldest child, and I was raised to be able to do some things that he was doing when he was my age, but fortunately, I'm not in that situation. So now we're both trying to learn how to choose ourselves more, which there's just some things about being the oldest child that middle children and younger children don't fully understand. And then in my case, there is 7 under me. So a lot of responsibility that I've always had growing up. And now that I'm almost 30, finally deciding to, okay, I need to work on choosing myself. so that I'm not burned out and I'm not always getting frustrated and annoyed when people don't do stuff or when people are asking me to do things. So, working on choosing myself, which I didn't realize how hard that was because of how long I have not been doing it. I mean, there's nothing wrong with it. Um, but the biggest thing is that figuring out what's going on so that we can fix it. Um, I guess this video is mainly one of those videos where I wanted to record it and put the information out there and say it aloud because I'm sure I'm not the only one. I know I'm not the oldest kid, and I know I probably am not an oldest child that has the most siblings. I'm pretty sure I've met somebody who she had more siblings than I have, and she's the oldest. So I can only imagine how much more those few extra siblings may have added to possible her burnout and stress. So I mean, of course, this is going to be a short, sweet video because I don't really have a lot to say. It's more of a, I guess, type confessions video. Um, but saying it aloud for myself and for anybody out there that's watching this video that may also be having an issue with burnout with work or with family, it is okay to choose yourself. Now, for me personally, again, that is easier said than done. And I always have to have a few minute conversation with something as simple as it's okay to just buy some fast food or something that only you eat and not worry about the other people in your house because you cook on a regular basis for everybody. Something as simple as that. I have to have a conversation with myself. Like, don't feel bad. You're stressing yourself out. It's okay. Choose you. It's not selfish, especially when you still do for other people. So, with that, I'm going to go ahead and end this um, short little sit down video. Um, Burnout can happen more than with work, it can also happen with family, which was news to me. And it's okay to choose yourself, it doesn't make you selfish. All right. See you guys in the next video. And let's continue to figure out this life thing together. Bye.
I hope you get your dreams. Just go ahead, lay your head down. Oh, you're gonna find yourself someday.